Okay, Year 5, hello. Hope everybody's well. So today your learning objective is to read and interpret information in timetables. Not times tables like 2 times 4 is 8, but timetables that look a bit like this. Now in every classroom there's normally a visual timetable down the side of the whiteboard, and that tells you what lessons you're doing throughout the day. Well, this is similar, but it has the event, but also the time of the event as well, the start time and the end time. And interpreting these timetables mean that you can make sense of them and you can work out the duration of different activities and events. And duration just means how long it lasts for. Okay, so you need to open the document that's called A Day Out, and you'll find the 1, 2 and 3 star challenges. So choose which challenge you want to do. One of them is about a trip to the beach, one of them is about a theme park, and one of them is about the zoo, and that's the one I'm going to show you some examples from today. Okay, so you can see here that we've got different events or activities. So journey to the zoo, looking at the animals, going around the gift shop, trying to convince your parents to let you buy loads of things, and going back home. So you have got to work out the duration of these events, how long was spent doing each one. And for these, you need to draw a timeline. Now you might think that timelines and number lines are a bit infanty, but they're not. They're actually really useful for different areas of maths. Think back to when we did thermometers and negative numbers. Number lines were so useful. So I fully recommend for you to draw timelines for questions like this. Okay, so I am going to work out the duration of the journey to the zoo, so how long that took. So at the beginning of my timeline, I'm going to write 8:25. Okay, that's my start time. And then the end time is here, 10:20. And it's in the morning. Okay, so we're working out this duration, this length of time. So my first tip is to try to bridge to the next hour, the next o'clock. If we're on 8:25, our next full hour is going to be 9 a.m. So think about how many minutes you have gone through to get to 9 a.m. from 8:25. It's 35 minutes. Okay, then I'm going to skip another hour. That gets me to 10 a.m. I'm going to put here 1 HR. That's why I put an M here. So now I'm on 10 a.m. and then I've just got a little jump here from 10 a.m. to 10:20. So think about how many minutes that is. And I'm going to squeeze in here, add 20 minutes. Okay? So jump to the next hour, jump in hours, jump in minutes. Okay, I'm just watching the cats there. Really exploring the garden, but thankfully Lyra has not gone too high today. But who knows, anything can happen. So, no, you've not finished yet. This is great, but it's not finished. Okay? What you need to do now is to add up whatever you've written in these jumps, in these bubbles. So we've got 1 hour, add 35 minutes. That's 1 hour, 35 minutes. Add 20 minutes. So it will have taken 1 hour and 55 minutes. Okay, and keep it in hours and minutes. Don't do anything fancy like convert it all to minutes, because we don't speak like that. We speak in hours and minutes. Okay, let's do another one. Oh, it's okay. Come on, be strong, be strong. No, you're like a monkey. You're just interrupting my maths lesson.
Now Luca's coming on.
No, he's fine. Right, let's do another one.
You feel ashamed.
Okay, so I'm skipping all of these because that's your job, and I'm just going to show you the journey back home. So I've got the start time at the beginning of my timeline, the end time at the end of my timeline. Okay, now in the previous one I bridged to the nearest hour, to the next hour, sorry, but there is a different way of doing it if you can spot that your question is suitable for this. So this time, because I know I've got to get to 5:12, I'm going to add a whole hour, and that takes me from 3:50 to 4:50 p.m. and then I'm going to add 10 minutes, gotta keep it neat, to get me to 5 p.m. and then 12 minutes to get me to 12 minutes past 5. Then remember, I'm not finished yet. I've got to add them up. 1 hour, add 10 minutes is 1 hour 10 minutes. Add 12 minutes is 1 hour 22 minutes. Ooh. What does that suggest about the journey to the zoo? Much longer, like half an hour longer. I wonder why. Maybe it was traffic, maybe somebody needed to stop off and get petrol, maybe somebody had to have an emergency toilet stop. Who knows? Okay. Think about which challenge you want to do today. You know the star system very well. 1, 2 or 3 stars.
Luca.
It's too windy. It's too windy to climb trees today. Oh. Right. He's just so big. They're huge now. I'm sure my class remember when I had lots of photos of them being tiny. They're so big now. I don't want them to grow anymore. Right. So 1, 2 or 3 stars. If you feel that you can do this using your magic maths, and after a while you don't need to draw a timeline, that's absolutely fine, as long as you're getting the answers right, of course. So, good luck.